What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Pete's Corner. I'm your host, Peter Soprano, a.k.a. The Sports God. And once again, we were doing a quick show today because Dre isn't here. We decided to do a special Saturday show. And with that special Saturday show, hardly anybody showed up. So we will be having a Two Dudes and a Mexican later, but we want to get your picks out for Pete's Corner so you can get your picks out for the NFL picks. Let me get to Dre's picks first, as he just sent me his picks. His top pick of the week will be the Seattle and Niners over 46.5. He thinks it's going to be a high-scoring game. He doesn't believe that the two defenses will be able to hold each other down, so he's going with the over 46.5. His second best pick of the week will be Baltimore minus 10. And his third pick, and that's against Cincinnati. And then his final pick of the week, the underdog pick of the week, will be the Minnesota Vikings, as he thinks the Minnesota Vikings will beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas on Sunday Night Football. Let's get to my picks of the week. My number one pick of the week will be the Atlanta Falcons plus 13.5 against the New Orleans Saints. Just a quick explanation. I think the Falcons are a team that can score with anybody. There's a rivalry game, so it's usually much closer than people think it's going to be. And Matt Ryan is thrown for over 300 yards in every single game this year, so they're going to be able to put up points. The question is, can they slow down New Orleans? And even if they aren't able to slow up New Orleans, I think they can score enough points to keep it within a 2 touchdowns game. With the second pick of the week, I'm going to go with the Rams minus 4 against Pittsburgh. Dre isn't here, so I could bash the Steelers. I don't think they're good. I think they've been able to just be okay against level competition, but I think the Rams are a team that after their bye week, they'll be able to get it rolling. I think they're going to unleash Gurley a little bit more because I think they were saving him a little bit. So I think the Rams are going to try to put up a big game, maybe 30 points, and I don't think Pittsburgh can keep up with that. So Rams minus 4 versus Pittsburgh. Third game and the final pick for me is the upset special with Buffalo over Cleveland. I honestly have no idea why Cleveland is actually the favorite in this game. It kind of goes back to what everybody believed at the start of the year, that Cleveland was a good team, and they just continue to pick them and pick them and pick them. And this is one of those games where they just aren't the better team. Buffalo has played much better than them all year. Buffalo has played good against good teams, and we saw how close they were in the New England game, and Buffalo is pretty healthy right now, and I think that they're going to find a way to beat Cleveland because Cleveland just can't put it together. For me to actually start believing in Cleveland, they have to actually put together not one but 2 straight games in a row. So with that said, I don't think they can do that. Just a little quick update. Like I said, we're doing on Saturday, so we're living on a little bit of a high as LSU just found a way to beat Alabama in one of the most exciting games you'll find this year. Both pretty much you knew that they needed to put up about 40 points to win, and they did that because Alabama did score 40 points. So they needed every single point as they were able to beat Alabama in Alabama, the first time they've beaten Alabama in Alabama since 2011, and it's the first time Alabama has lost at home since 2015. So it was a really exciting day. We saw the Bear again. We'll talk more about that on Two Dudes and a Mexican. But like I said, we wanted to get the picks out to you guys, and also for fantasy tomorrow. Defenses to start. I think if you can get them, Baltimore is the main defense. You start against Cincinnati. If you can't get them, then I go with the Indianapolis versus Miami. I think Miami has been putting up a lot of points lately, but most of it has been at home and against bad teams. I don't see them doing the same thing tomorrow. I think they could get blown out tomorrow. And that's even with Brian Hoyer starting the game. I still think that Indianapolis will be able to handle them pretty good. So once again, with that said, only a couple more guys just to name in fantasy. Ronald Jones, I hope you were able to get him off waivers because he looks like he's going to get more of the carries in Tampa Bay. And Kalen Ballage also for the running backs from Miami. Now with Walton out for the year pretty much because he's suspended for 4 games, out for the fantasy year because he's out till week 13. The guy you got to get is Kalen Ballage because Drake is gone. He's already been traded, so it's just him. So he's going to get all the carries. He's going to get all the catches. It's going to be all him. So even though Miami isn't a good team, somebody's got to get those touches. So he's going to get 20 touches a game. And the last person to bring up, Zach Pascal, the wide receiver from the Indianapolis Colts. He's a guy that because T.Y. Hilton is going to be out at least probably another 2 weeks, he's been a beneficiary. He's going to get a lot of targets. So you may not look at him as a top wide receiver, but he'll be able to put into the flex spot. So that's our fantasy wrap-up of the week. Once again, we'll be back to you on Wednesday from Bogies. So with that said, peace.
Remember I talked to you about him 2 weeks ago, too? Remember? We were talking?